Ladies and gentlemen, lords and villains of all ages, welcome to a video talking about leaks. I don't like to talk about leaks because it's nothing confirmed, and historically I generally don't on the channel, but it's been making kind of a buzz and I've been meaning to talk about remakes and sort of theorizing about what comes next anyways, so I figured I'd merge these two into one video and talk about them now. So the latest buzz was generated a couple days ago by this guy, Marco Maro, who is apparently a reliable or unreliable leaker. I don't know. I've seen his name before, or their name. I don't know if it's a dude or not, but I've seen the name before and I've heard them leak stuff. So they talked about a lot of stuff. The fact that Nintendo is confident about a fiscal year next year, I'm kind of like, well, no shit. Splatoon 3, Breath of the Wild 2, Bayonetta 3, they've got a lineup for 2022. Obviously, they'd be confident about their fiscal year, but that's matter aside. And they're saying Advance Wars was pushed to this year on purpose. Fine, whatever. And then here's where, our tweet of interest comes in, that Fire Emblem has not one or two, but 3 games in development at this moment, with a spin-off, a remake, and a new game, some of them almost finished. Keep in mind that the remake was scrapped from the 3DS late in 2018, we've heard this before, redone for the Switch, so they were working nearly 3.5 years on it, and it'll cover 2 games in one, with the Echoes subtitle again, and is more ambitious than Shadows of Valentia. We'll get to this a little bit later. Let's look at the rest of the tweet, but I've got a couple choice words to say about the combined remake. The other FE, on the other hand, will approach things in a less classic way, trying new things for the series similar to what Three Houses did. Fine, whatever, It is what it is. So, there's a few problems with these tweets here. Like, remake that's been working on since 2018, you don't have a name for the remake at all. We don't know which games there are. There's only 3 choices of games that can be combined. It's either FE4, FE5, not gonna happen, FE6, FE7, plausible, or the most likely one is the Tellius series, FE9 and 10. Those are the only ones that really make sense in a smooth way to remake as a combination. And then fair enough, not knowing what this new game is, okay, or what the spin-off is, like what is it, Warriors? Is it Fire Emblem Kart? Is it, Fire Emblem Soccer? Fire Emblem Baseball? What are we turning into Mario now? Fire Emblem Party? Give us a hint. You're just saying there's 3 Fire Emblem games, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. It is what it is. So anyways, a lot of hubbub was going on. A lot of people were skeptical, me included. Follows up with, no way, they have 3 Fire Emblem in development. 5 years ago, they went even more wild, announcing 5 of them in one day. And they're right. We had the Fire Emblem Direct in 2017, and in my DMs, I did defend that, saying it's not out of the realm of possibility, nor is it out of the realm of possibility to drop a trailer and then drop the game 4 months later. They did that with Shadows of Valentia, again, in this very direct. I doubt we're getting another mobile game, so that I don't know if I'd really count this here, but Fire Emblem Warriors 2 is definitely likely. Oh, they counted Warriors twice. Yeah, get out of here. That's not 5 in one day. That's 4, and one of them was a mobile game. So I would still give 3. Either way, doesn't really matter. It is possible. It's not impossible. And Fire Emblem has a track record of, since 1990, I think that was the release of the original Fire Emblem game. It was like 1990, 1991, one of those years. Since then, since the very first Fire Emblem ever released, they have never missed releasing a game within 3 years. It's always 2 to 3 years, and then we get another game. So we're due. If you want to say, oh, the DLC for 3 Houses was January 2020, so add 3 years onto that, fine, then we have another year to go. But 3 Houses was July 2019, which is 2.5 years ago now. It's been a while. And, the virus delayed a lot of development. So I would expect to see, me personally, something by the end of this year or next year. Now, keep in mind, I'm not talking a release, I'm talking at least a trailer or something. It's strange that we've gone this long without any news, but it's happened before. Anyways, I don't think these leaks are reliable at all. And the fact that, the Fire Emblem community buzzed enough to get this guy to come and defend the take. Very weak defense. Oh, they've done it before, they can do it again. Like, yeah, this is guesswork. I could have come up with a leak just as credible as this, just from being in the Fire Emblem community. Also, the fact that this is about 2 to 3 weeks after the first time we've heard of this. So let me go back in time a little bit. Here's the first time Fire Emblem was leaked, January 13th, 3 weeks ago-ish. some guy named Nate the Hate, a Nintendo leaker and insider who's a mixed bag when it comes to reliability, who also keeps leaking Nintendo Switch Pro. Whenever I see Nintendo Switch Pro, my inner lights start glaring and blaring, and you know, I feel like I need to go to the hospital whenever I hear Nintendo Switch Pro, because like my brain can't handle it anymore. And so this one says, claim a remake of FE4 is in the works. 2 games pinned 2022-2023. So this person is saying 2 games. This person is saying 3 games. All right, we've already got a discrepancy between leakers here. Can you guys, you know, get on the same page? So that's the first time we heard of it, this person. And then the next time was about 5 days later, another prominent Nintendo leaker, Samus Hunter. We don't really have any credibility. I've never heard of any of these people, just to say. And they claim remake of Fire Emblem 4 also in development, but it got canned in 2018. So if this is the same remake that Marco Maro was going on about here, where is it? This one, 3DS late in 2018, then that means it's FE4 and FE5 combined. Do you understand how fundamentally mechanically different these 2 games are? Anyone who's played Fire Emblem 4 and Fire Emblem 5 knows that the gameplay in this one is way different to the gameplay in the other one. Like, they could not be more different gameplay-wise. So the fact that they're combining them, again, possible, but which one are you going to delete? Because you're either going to lose FE4's massive maps and the trading mechanics and the inheritance and all that kind of stuff, or you're going to make FE5 on the scale of FE4, or you're going to do some weird hybrid where you play the beginning part of FE4, then you take a break, you play FE5 in the middle in a totally different way, then you move back to the second half of FE4 and then reacquaint yourself with the battle system. It's weird. Like, remaking these 2 games together is not simple. So if we're connecting these 2 here, this one got scrapped in 2018, and then this one here, it looks weird to me. It really, really does. Like, if I see this, I'm immediately saying Tellius, because for Tellius, really, all they have to do is just remaster the originals and combine them. They have a freaking carryover mechanic. You know, if you had your GameCube data, your memory card plugged into your Switch, as long as you weren't playing on easy mode for Path of Radiance, you can get like little stat bonuses in Radiant Dawn when you move over. I think it was like you get 2 or 3 stats extra if you capped a stat in Path of Radiance or something like that. It's really trivial, but they did have some sort of combined mechanic already. So all you have to do is combine those 2 games, remaster them, and just plug them into one. That would be the easiest way to do it. I really don't see FE4, FE5, and FE6, FE7 combined is like, you need to do a story overhaul, my man. Like, it is not easy. So the last thing I want to talk about is, then again, yesterday we got this article talking about Nintendo Direct in February 2022. Again, these articles start popping out like hotcakes whenever we get, you know, close enough or far enough from a previous Direct or close enough to a new Direct, and people start cranking out theories about what's coming next. So Fire Emblem again is in the title here, but let's look over it in general. We've got another leaker, Zippo, who's saying Mario Kart 9. I've heard about Mario Kart 9 being in development again, and honestly, it's been due for a very long time. I think Mario Kart 8 has been around for 7 or 8 years at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if Mario Kart was around, but again, like, that's an easy prediction to make. And then we scroll down here, they're saying incredible because spot on about Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Fine, you know, someone's gonna get something right. If you predict enough stuff, one of them's gonna be right at some point. And then safe to assume that Kirby Forgotten Land, Splatoon 3, Advance Wars 1 and 2, these are all already announced. Xenoblade 3. I'm one of the biggest Xenoblade fans I know out there. I love this series, and if Xenoblade 3 shows up on a Direct, I will cream my pants. Like, that is not, you know, it's just something that will happen. I love Xenoblade. But Xenoblade's been working on Breath of the Wild 2. Monolith Soft, the developers for Xenoblade, have been working on Breath of the Wild 2. They've been seen in the credits for Pokemon Legends Arceus. How big is their development team that they have the time to split one here, split one there, and then work on an entirely new mainline game? I know they were already split up when they were working on Breath of the Wild and Xenoblade 2 at the same time, but this feels a little bit different. Again, I would love if it happened, but we only got the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition almost 2 years ago now. So they've been working on stuff. It hasn't been that long since they released something, but I digress. And then again, we see a new Fire Emblem title will likely be featured in this one. We've been thinking a new Fire Emblem title will likely be featured in Nintendo Direct for the last year and a half. We've all been waiting. So that's not news to me. You know, you can say Xenoblade 3, but you're not telling me new Fire Emblem Remake. You're saying title. You're not telling me what new Fire Emblem it is if it is a remake. And then the other people are saying 3 games. Some people are saying 2 games. No one is on the same page here. It feels like it started out here, and then it snowballed here, and then we got, this here with a bunch of stuff that does make sense. And that's what worries me when I see leaks sometimes. Like, if it makes too much sense, then your average Joe can predict this. So anyways, I don't know. That's all I have to say, really. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If any of this is plausible, what combinations you think we're going to get. I do think we will see Fire Emblem in 2022. Like, there you go. That's my leak. Inside information. Linking 7 leaks new Fire Emblem game in 2022. You heard it here first, boys. Let's make an article about it and post it on social media and blow up everyone and make people go crazy. Anyways, that's about it. I've got another video tomorrow. That one will be wild. So stay tuned. Check that out. Like, subscribe, comment, juice the algorithm for me, baby. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.